There's 3 real quick ways that people will manipulate situations and other people in order to avoid natural negative consequences. Putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Before we continue, push the subscribe button if you haven't already. Join the 100,000 people who have subscribed to the channel. Now, without further ado, let's get into this, because, by the way, it's masterful how people can avoid negative consequences. The first one is redirection, and it sounds so simple, but think of it. Redirection is easy. Let me get my my coin. It's like magic, right? Redirection. Say, if I'm gonna, hey, you gotta check this out. Now I'm gonna grab this over here, and people are looking over here now. They're not even looking to where the coin might be, right? So, whoa, redirection. So it's a really good tactic to get the spotlight off of them and onto something else. So that's number one. The remedy being like Luke in Star Wars, stay on target, right? Number 2 is the humility play. They'll just agree. They'll play humble. They'll be like, oh, you're right. Absolutely. That's my bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. They'll actually take ownership. But because they take ownership, you say, oh, I'm glad you took ownership. I'm not really going to give you a negative consequence because you took ownership, right? It's beautiful. It's a really, really honed and skillful manipulation to play. So when that happens, you have to take note of it. Hey, is this something that they're doing often? Is this a pattern that I'm seeing? And if it is, well, then you still start giving them the consequence you would have given them even had they not been humble about it. You know what I mean? So there you have it. That's the second one. Number 3 is they play dumb. They play dumb. I know it sounds like a weird way to get out of negative consequence, but it's very effective. It's effective. What do you mean I did that? What were you talking about? They'll play dumb. I didn't realize that was even just not identifying that they did anything wrong in the first place. Look for the pattern. And if it's a consistent pattern, you still give them the negative consequences, even if they were ignorant of the bad behavior. And by the way, I see this a lot where they'll try number 1, they'll try the redirect, that doesn't work. Then they'll try number 2, and you're right. They'll try that. And if that doesn't work, then they'll try number 3. Listen, I just didn't realize it was such a big deal. I didn't know. They'll try these. So there's 3 real quick ways that people will manipulate situations and other people in order to avoid natural negative consequences. Putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllables. Hey, why don't we do, hey, 100,000 subscribers today. Let's do a bonus one. And I see this one too. They'll probably cry. They'll cry. And then all of a sudden, the person who's giving the consequence, they're going to feel compassionate. And now I'm uncomfortable, so I don't want you to be even more uncomfortable. So the consequence is going to be less. There's an additional. There's one more. They'll play pity. But hear me. Before they play the sad, sensitive, vulnerable card, they'll probably play the anger card. They'll attack verbally. They just get loud, usually. Things aren't going the way they want it to go. And in the past, being aggressive has helped them have lesser consequences. Probably gotten them out of a lot of consequences, honestly. Aggression means conflict. And most people are too good-natured, overly agreeable, and they like to avoid conflict. So there you have it. But look for those. Look for them. This is Psychology 101, Law of Effect. A behavior won't change unless there's a negative consequence attached to it. Start identifying how people are getting away with bad behaviors. I hope you like it. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you want to check out the website where there's a blog with many articles on therapy topics, go to jedsaidtherapy.com and you'll be able to find that. And until next time, awareness up.